Welcome back to class. Last module, we were able to discuss about the introduction, the basic fundamental concepts we need to understand in gymnastics as it pertains to gymnastics. And today we will be taking the human anatomy and physiology for gymnasts. This is very, very important as gymnasts to be able to know the positioning and the function of every part of your body, especially the musculoskeletal function, and also as it pertains to the movement. So it's very important that we look into this topic. So I want you to follow as we go on. We have a number of systems in the body, and we have the skeletal system, we have the muscular system, we have the cardiovascular system, and we have the respiratory system. Every of these work together in trying to do gymnastic. However, we'll be focusing more on the muscular system. And when we talk about the muscular system, it's actually has some, for example, we have the skeletal muscle here, we have the smooth muscle, we have the cardiac muscle, we have the motor neurons, we have the tendons, and we have the fascia. And this is just a breakdown of the muscular system. And actually, as it pertains to us, we will break it down and we'll be able to look into it one after the other. We have a number of groupings, about three. We have the major muscle group, we have the lower body and the supporting muscle, and we have the core. Okay, we have the upper muscle, upper body muscle. We have the core muscle. We also have the lower body muscle, and we have the supporting muscle group. These four we will look into. For the upper muscle, it's actually consists of the deltoids, the pectoralis major, the biceps, triceps, and then the latissimus dorsi. And for core muscle, we have the rectus, abdominis, we have the obliques, we have the transverse. For deltoids, it helps in lifting arms for handstand and vaulting. And for pectoralis major, it's actually a power pushing movement in the body. The biceps pull body up and rings on rings and bar, while the triceps extend elbows for handstand push up. And we have the latissimus dorsi, which stabilizes the torso in swings. And for rectus, it's actually for leg raise and tucks, and you see it here. And this the rectus, this is um the transverse, and this is the obliques. And these are very important when it comes to um, gymnastic. Also, we have the lower body muscle, which is also very important when we talk about um, um, gymnastic. And for this, we have the quadriceps, we have the hamstrings, we have the gluteus maximus, and we have the calf muscle. And the quadriceps helps to strengthen knee for jump. The hamstring is actually the bend knee for back handsprings. And you see that most times, or a number of times, especially for those that watch footballs, you see that it's actually a form of injury that may make a footballer to stay long. To get treatment for a longer time before he is able to actually come back to the field to be able to play. So it's a very important part of muscle that a gymnast need. Also, and the gluteus maximus is a power explosive. It's used for power explosive movements, and the calf muscle aids in pushing off grounds. We have a supportive muscle, and these are the likes of the hip flexor. We have the forearm and grip muscle. We also have the neck and scapular muscle. These are the supporting uh, muscle groups that these are the supporting muscles that we have uh, in gymnastic and the anatomy of a gymnast. And we also have the types of joints, um, which are very, very important to know also as a gymnast. When we talk about joints, it actually enables precise, controlled, and fluid movement in gymnastics. Having an understanding of this will actually improve the techniques and also prevent injury and build strength. So the first one is in joints, and this is deals with the elbow and knees, and it actually allows movement in one plane. It allows movement in one plane, and just like you can see it, this is uh hinge joints, and it's very important. And also we have the ball and socket joints, and this can be seen in the shoulder and in the hip. It can be seen in the shoulder and in the hip. This is an example for the hip, so it can be seen in the shoulder also. Yeah, so it allows multiple directional movements. It allows for multiple directional movement. We have the pivot joint, and this is actually for the neck, and it actually allows for rotational movements at the neck area. You have the gliding joints, and this is for the wrist and ankle, which allows bones to slide. It allows the bone to slide. We have the saddle and uh, condyloids joints, and you can see it. This is the saddle. This is the condyloids, and it's for the wrist and thumb, and it allows a variety of movements also. And this actually is very, very important. And it's understanding this, just like I said, we actually prevent some injuries, a form of injury that a gymnast may actually fall into. So what are the common body movements? We've been talking about movement, and movement. What are the common body movements in gymnastic? And the first one is flexion and extension. And this is actually the bending and straightening joints, which is crucial for jump and flips. We also have the adoption and adduction. This is moving limbs away from or towards midline, seen in splints and lips. And we have the rotational movement, which is the turning of body parts around an axis, and this is actually vital for twisting skills. We have the circumduction movement, body movement, and this is a circular movement combining multiple actions for mobility. And lastly, we have the dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, and this is actually a movement of the ankle for landing and pointing toes. So these are the common body movement um, types or kinds that we have in gymnastics. How do we now prevent injury? What are the injury prevention basics we need to know? Injury prevention is critical for gymnasts due to the sport's demand, and proper education, having a proper education about this, and the preparation and body awareness are very essential to avoid a form of um, injury as it pertains to that. And when we talk about injuries. We have a form like acute injury. We also have chronic injuries. For acute injuries, these are sprains, strains, fractures, dislocation from sudden trauma. And for chronic injuries, we have the tendonitis, we have stress fractures from repetitive stress. And what are the key injury prevention strategies that we can use to actually uh, work against such injuries that we've just mentioned, the acute injuries and the chronic injuries that we just discussed? We have warm up and cool down. And just like I said, we've talked it before, it's actually preparation and recover muscles for training. It prepares and recovers muscles for training. So we also have a strategy of um, to building balance muscle and range of motion. In order to prevent injuries, there is need to build balance muscle and range of motion, and this is a form of building of strength and flexibility. Also, to prevent injury, there is need to use guards, brace, and mats for safety. Also, you need to master the basics before complex techniques. So instead of having to do the complex techniques that progressions, it's very important you take it from the basic so that you'll be able to prevent injury. Also, in prevention of injury, you need to maintain correct alignment to prevent strains. You need to maintain correct alignment. And lastly, you need to allow your body to heal and prevent fatigue. So it's a form of rest and recovery. So you let your body rest and also heal to prevent a form of fatigue. While we talk about this, there are work practice that can be used to actually achieve strength and precision in terms of gymnastics. And it's actually divided into two. We have the core stabilization exercises. We have the basic yoga flow, which is sun salutation. They are there. The various ones are there. In the notes, they are well explained, and how to do it are well stated there. So it's very important you look into the notes as you join the class. So mastering anatomy and movement enhances performance and ensures safe, sustainable training. So these practices builds a strong foundation, and it's very important that you look into it, and you'll be able to make sure that you enhance your strength, your performance, and also ensure safe and sustainable training. Thank you.